do not see why old Helios is so angry at us. Those were not immortal cattle, alright? If they were truly immortal, they wouldn't have tasted so good. And you, like myself, enjoy lots of spices in your food. So wouldn't you agree that the brisket we made from said immortal cattle was absolutely perfect? I mean, okay. Think back to only 2 minutes ago when we were still eating it. Don't you just remember how perfectly crispy those ends were? Can't you still feel those perfect hickory-infused juices on your face? 'Cause, not gonna lie, you did really go all in on that barbecue we made. And looking at your scales, I can tell you do need a napkin. Let's see. I mean, you could use a tray or something, but we do have this massive pan of cornbread, and you could just kind of maybe mop up the juices with that. But don't use the sail on our boat again, because otherwise you'd have to fly us off of this island, and it's a long way back to that mainland. Okay, so let's go ahead and compare notes on the Colossus of Rhodes. We can agree that 1, we found it here, looking over all of those sheep and cattle, and 2, it's angry at us. But once again, I don't think you should be worried, because you're a dragon, and that thing's made of, what is that, brass and iron? Yeah, we should be good. Okay, now keep working on those translations right there. And while you're doing that, I can keep making this beef broth from these bones here, and we're going to be making some pho. Okay, you're right. We do not have jalapenos or basil, but we do have prayers. We also have corn, and I am glad that you remembered to bring the mayonnaise and the chili powder. So you could just roast these in their husks, and it should taste like the state fair. It should be great. Oh, man, Bo, this is a really successful cookout. One of the best we've ever had. Oh, but I will say I have never felt so full of good food. Though I maintain that I had no regrets about eating most of the ribs on that full-grown cow. And I know that you know better than to ask me where I put it all. Because we both know that I totally have a black hole instead of a human stomach down there. Okay, we both know I'm joking, right? Right? Alright, that's what I thought. Okay. Don't look worried, though. I'm telling you that there Colossus will not find us under this tree cover, and it probably can't smell the barbecue. Could the Statue of Liberty smell barbecue? I'm pretty sure it couldn't, and that thing is pretty much the Statue of Liberty. Okay. Also, I know we are totally going to go down in history as the team who found the lost wonder of the ancient world, complete with video evidence that it can indeed shoot lasers out of its eyes. I don't think we'll get in trouble for all the barbecue we made from its cows either, because I'm sure there's no law that says we cannot eat immortal beef. Oh my god. Look at him march around in circles looking for us. Just going back and forth and getting down on his hands and knees looking under the same bush he just looked under. Dang, he seems frustrated for like a giant metal being. Now, I told you he couldn't smell our barbecue. You're right. He is only doing his job, and I'm sure it's mean of us to laugh at him. But I was hungry, and there ain't much else to eat on this dang island, so... Okay, yes, it is on me for not bringing more rations for this cookout. So yes, that is indeed on me. And yes, I'm sure that I cannot explain to Helios over there that we too need food to survive, and that the two of us are carnivorously inclined. Well, actually, is hacking the Colossus technically explaining it to him? Huh? What's that? Ooh, you're done with the translations? Okay, good. So let's go ahead. We can back this up to a public archive when we return to the guild. For now, I think we're ready to take control of that stomping rusty bucket out there using the magic of poetry. Alright, this shit is powerful, so mentally prepare yourself. To you, O sun, the people of Dorian Rhodes set up this bronze statue reaching to Olympus, when they had pacified the waves of war and crowned their city with the spoils taken from the enemy. Not only over the seas, but also on land did they kindle the lovely torch of freedom and independence. For to the descendants of Heracles belongs dominion over sea and land. Oh my goodness, look at that over there. Isn't poetry so powerful? That Colossus is completely frozen and waiting for our orders. And I am dead certain it did not hear me recite that poem. So currently we have a wonder of the ancient world as our giant robot pet. And I really want to make it dance. Okay, you're right. We have to be good historians, or we'll shame our guild in front of all these sheep and cows. Okay, what's the next command? Hold on, let me look. Fierce the god is who cherishes these heifers and these sheep, Helios, and no man avoids his eye. To this my fighters nodded. Yes, but now we had a month of onshore gales, blowing day in, day out, south winds or south by east. As long as bread and good red wine remained to keep the men up and appease their craving, they would not touch the cattle. But in the end, when all the barley in the ship was gone, hunger drove them to scour the wild shore with angling hooks for fishes and sea fowl, whatever fell into their hands, and lean days wore their bellies thin. The storms continued. So one day I withdrew to the interior to pray to the gods in solitude, for hope that one might show me some way of salvation. Slipping away, I struck across this land to a sheltered spot, out of the driving gale. I washed my hands there, and made supplication to the gods who own Olympus, all the gods. But they, for answer, only closed my eyes under slow drops of sleep. Now on the shore, Eurylochus made his insidious plea. Comrades, he said, you've gone through everything. Listen to what I say. All deaths are hateful to us, mortal wretches, but famine is the most pitiful, the worst end that a man can come to. Will you fight it? Come. We'll cut out the noblest of these cattle for sacrifice to the gods who own the sky. And once at home, in the old country of Ithaca, if ever that day comes, we'll build a costly temple and adorn it with every beauty for the Lord of Noon. But if he flares up over his heifers lost, wishing our ship destroyed, and if the gods make cause with him, why, then I say, better open your lungs to a big sea once for all than waste to skin and bones on a lonely island. The Lord Helios burst into angry speech amid the immortals. O Father Zeus and gods in bliss forever, punish Odysseus's men, so overweening, now they have killed my peaceful kind, my joy at morning when I climbed the sky of stars, and evening when I bore westward from heaven. Restitution or penalty they shall pay, and pay in full, or I go down forever to light the dead men in the underworld. Then Zeus, who drives the storm cloud, made reply, Peace, Helios, shine on among the gods. shine over mortals in the fields of grain. Let me throw down one white-hot bolt and make splinters of their ship in the wine dark sea. There. That should reset him for now. He's back sitting there with all the sheep and cattle, never the wiser of our little misunderstanding. And we will still go down in history as the research team who found the long-lost Colossus of Rhodes. You know what I think this calls for? Some more barbecue! What do you think? Hey, y'all, it's Marsha O'Hare with Nightmare Public Broadcasting, here to check in and see if I could get some of that there barbecue. The people who exemplify Southern barbecue and all of its blessings are Zemo, Rocco, the Logosamancer, Eyjafjalla, Yokotho, P-Dove, Spriggs, Bingley, XX Craft Mind, Mr. Zetzo, Viking Pup Artist, Justin, Peekanique 2, Organic Emerald, Sam Myers, Jackson Daniel 42, and Asori. If you want barbecue that's cooked by a dragon, then become a patron right now and also get access to some of the craziest shit on planet Earth. Additionally, the channel is open to art commissions, so if you need an OC or a profile picture, go ahead and email belladonnaasmr13@gmail.com. Now, y'all stay safe out there for me, you hear? Bye! Okay, Pippin, did you bring the garlic powder? Okay, good. I did bring the cayenne. We're good to go. Hey, Pippin, you're talking. Music by Mugen.